Welcome to Anyhoop Pod with your boy JC, and we are back with another episode. You feel me? Episode 45. Shout out to my man 45. We are reacting to the weekend playoff games that happened. You feel me? Because there was a lot that was going on. They gave us a lot this weekend, and because listen, bro, we at the point of the season now where we are no more with the hypotheticals, bro. And this is going to be a big theme of today's episode. The hypotheticals is over. We're done with the hypotheticals. This is the point of the season where pressure meets expectations and all that combination together, all that combinates together for the playoffs, bro. We are in like game 4, right? Couple game 4s. Yeah, game 4s happened this weekend. We got some game 5s happening tonight and tomorrow. This is the point of the first round where like I said, all the hypotheticals is out the window, bro. We're not talking about regular season awards no more. We're not talking about what y'all can do on paper no more. This is the time where it all comes to fruition, bro. So that's what we got to talk about, bro. Listen, Nuggets lost again. You feel me? And it's looking real scary over there with my boy Joker, bro. I'm not gonna lie, gang. Joker not looking like the one, bro. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about what Joker really look like, what his legacy look like, because this series right here and these combinations of losses that they had going on right here is looking sorry, bro. You looking sorry. Then the Lakers lost to the Rockets, but we not worried, bro. We're gonna talk about it, bro, because I don't think we talked about the game 3. So we're gonna talk about game 3 and game 4 of that Rockets series, that Rockets versus Lakers series right there. We not worried. We not worried about the little game that the Rockets won. They finally on the board though. The Rockets finally got on the board. So shout out to the Rockets, bro. And then we got the Spurs. Wemby back from his concussion protocols. He's back in full effect. So we're gonna talk about that as well. You feel me? So let's jump into the first segment that we got going on right here. We gotta talk about Jokic, bro. We gotta talk about the Joker, bro, because the Joker looking nasty out here, bro. So Denver lost. The Timberwolves beat the Nuggets 112-96 in game 4, and now Minnesota has a 3-1 lead in the series. And when I hear the legacy conversation with the Jokic, bro, and the Joker, bro, this is what I want. This is what I want to add to the pot, bro. We want to add to the conversation, bro. Yes, he's choking, bro. He got to hear from it, bro. We got to hear about it. He's choking. He's not having a good playoff series at all, good postseason at all, bro. And if this was LeBron, this was KD, this was Steph, you feel me? This is one of those guys. This was Kobe. You feel me? We'd be cooking him. So we got to cook him, bro. We got to cook Jokic, bro. So here's the first thing. You look at the box score. My man ended up with like 25. He ended up with like 25 and some change. Let me get you the numbers right now. Jokic ended up with 24 points. He ended up with 15 rebounds. And how many assists, my man? With 9 assists. You looking at that box score, you're like, oh, all right, Joker ain't do that bad. This is where we get to the actual nitty-gritty of it. Because if you watch the game, bro, you understand that my man went 8 for 22 in the second. You shoot 8 for 22. You feel what I'm saying? 6 for 24 between Jamal Murray and Jokic in the second half. My man went 0 for 6 in the fourth quarter, bro. Looking real bad out here. Now, this is definitely a credit to Rudy Gobert, who's having the best defensive performance in his life. You feel me? This is the best defensive performance in Rudy Gobert's career. You feel me? He's out here shutting down Jokic. And I'm talking about the one-on-one plays with Jokic. Jokic going up against Gobert in that post. You feel what I'm saying? He cannot score. And it's given the whole pattern of Jokic can't score on people that's his size. That's what it's looking like to me. People that's his size. Because mind you, he don't do nothing against Embiid. I know. You feel me? He never do nothing against Embiid. That's the whole situation. Embiid is over Jokic in all facets, in the defensive end and on the offensive end, bro. He really is. Now it was a conversation about that offensive end because of the playmaking ability that he got going on. But at the same time, this is what's going on. What we seeing in the playoffs right now is a prime example of how the playmaking don't work if you don't score. And if you're not that guy, if you can't force yourself to get some points on the board, if you can't oppose your will on the defense, the playmaking don't mean nothing because ain't nobody scared. Everybody gonna play their man. Nobody gonna hit you. You're not gonna create no advantage. You're not gonna draw no double teams because that's what's going on right now. He's not drawing any double teams, so he can't play me. The reason he's not drawing any double teams is because the Timberwolves are very comfortable with letting Rudy Gobert go one-on-one with Jokic. That does not scare them, not in the slightest. And when that doesn't scare them, you can stay home on the shooters. Not only that, but they also got Christian Brown on the court for a long time because of injuries they got right there. Payson Watson is not healthy. Aaron Gordon is not healthy. He played in game 4, but he obviously wasn't healthy. He obviously wasn't himself on the court. So with that being said, we don't have to worry about them on defense. You feel what I'm saying? We could roam off of them. We roaming off of Christian Brown. It makes the whole pick and roll situation harder. You got Jaden McDaniels guarding up Jamal Murray, shutting him down, bro. Like I said, 6 for 24 combined between them two in the second half, bro. It was nasty work. You feel me? So Jaden McDaniels go in there. He shut y'all down on the defensive end. So when you do the pick and roll between Jokic and Jamal Murray, you got Gobert shutting down Jokic. You got Daniel shutting down Murray, and y'all not creating any advantage. That two-man game, that two-man action that we see that they used to kill the Lakers with in previous years in the playoffs, that shit ain't working against those Timberwolves. And like I said before in our previous episode, that the Timberwolves were built. The Timberwolves were built to play this Denver Nuggets team. They were built for this exactly. And you can see why, because Rudy Gobert is a monster on that defensive end, and that's why he got 4 defensive players of the year. He is. You feel what I'm saying? When you bring him on that perimeter, it gets scary. But what big man can really play that well on the perimeter? You feel what I'm saying? And even when we talk about the perimeter, he's doing a lot better on the perimeter than he did in previous years. He's definitely improved on the perimeter defense than previous years. So right now, he's playing the best defense that he's played in his whole career. He's shutting down Jokic. But not only that, Jokic is just missing buckets. It used to be a thing. You make Jokic play out on the three-point line, he's going to kill you from out there. You feel what I'm saying? He's going to make the shots from out there. He's not cashing in on any shots, bro. 0 for 6 in the fourth quarter, bro. He's not hitting any of his shots, bro. I think he's like 11 for 46 with Rudy Gobert playing defense on him. Come on, bro. That's not good, bro. We talking about threes and we talking about the post. So he's nasty from the three-point line. So we're not worried from you out there. So this drop coverage, remember that drop coverage that we all talk about, Rudy Gobert, that how he played, and the drop coverage that was cooking him when he played against Luka and them? He could play that coverage against Jokic because Jokic can't make no shots from out there. So we're going to play defense. When that pick and roll thing come up, all we got to do is play drop coverage with Rudy Gobert. He dropped down. All we got to do is play that drop coverage. And we not worried about you shooting. You feel what I'm saying? Drop coverage, and then any advantage you create with the cutters from behind you, Rudy Gobert can cover that up because he's playing in drop coverage. He's playing in the paint anyway. And then you got Christian Braun, who out there on the 3. We not worried about him. So whoever's sticking Christian Braun can come into the paint and clog it up even more. So whatever advantage you create in the paint with the cutters, like how you used to with those two, that matchup right there, if we put Jokic on the perimeter, that leaves more space for the cutters because Gobert's not in the paint. But that don't matter because whoever on Christian Braun just played the paint anyway. So you got extra defenders clogging the paint anyway, and we got Rudy Gobert shutting down Jokic. It's nasty work altogether, bro. It's not good, bro. And this is something that we got to say because we're going to say Jokic is an all-time player. These are the series you got to win. You don't – listen, Anthony Edwards gets hurt and DiVincenzo gets hurt. That's a big hit to their offense. And DeSumo come in and score 40 points on you. He in there hitting any type of floater he wants in the paint. Jaden McDaniels going into the paint, scoring on y'all. He was talking crazy in the locker room. He proved y'all right twice. Then you're going to get mad at him for making a layup at the end of the game when you just got cooked. You just mad because you got cooked, for real, for real. You just mad because you got cooked. You went over there, got your jersey all ripped up. That wouldn't happen to me. You feel what I'm saying? That wouldn't happen to me. I'm like, what, 7 foot? Ain't nobody gripping me up, but all right. You feel what I'm saying? You ran over there just to get ripped up, all crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Jaden McDaniels talking crazy. He one of my new favorite players in the NBA. He giving me Jimmy Butler vibes. He in there is talking crazy. Said your whole defense trash. Not just your whole defense. He named y'all by name. You, and you. Y'all trash. And when I come in this joint, I'm going to do what I want. And he is doing what he wants. Jokic, you should feel ashamed of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? You're not good in the paint on the defensive end anyway. But right now, you looking sorry. They getting whatever they want in the paint. You feel Jaden McDaniels talking crazy, and he can do whatever he want in the paint. Y'all proving him right. That's crazy. I ain't never heard nobody say your whole squad trash. I heard people say your whole squad trash. I never heard nobody name you by name, bro. You trash, you trash, you trash, you trash. Who else they got over there? Oh, yeah, he trash too. Like, we scoring on all of them. Crazy work, bro. That's just crazy work. So, it's looking bad. 3-1 down. Jokic not playing up the par, bro. This is the worst basketball he's played in his career, especially in the postseason. I'm not a huge Nuggets fan, so I don't know all the numbers. You know, I haven't watched every Jokic game ever. You feel what I'm saying? So somebody can definitely correct me. to say maybe he's played worse games than this, but this is the worst I've seen him definitely in the playoffs. This is nasty work. Now I know they're dealing with injuries over there, but bro, the Timberwolves are also dealing with injuries over there. Y'all not getting it done, so you feel me? That's just not good. So that's that. You feel me? And if this was LeBron, we'd be cooking him. If this was KD, we'd be cooking him. If this was Steph, we'd be cooking him. So we cooking you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. We cooking you, bro. We gotta cook you, bro, because this is not good. Now, speaking of KD and legacies and stuff like that, let's move on over here to the Rockets and the Lakers because we got another one here. Rockets finally got on the board, bro. Rockets finally got on the board. They beat the Lakers 115-96 in Game 4. Houston played hard. They was desperate. They was swarming everywhere. They was turning the Lakers over. What they got? 24 turnovers. Made 30 points off the Lakers, 24 turnovers. So they was in there swarming. Defense on the beam. They was able to score 115 points. They wasn't able to crack 100 points the whole series. So he's finally able to crack 100 points this series. That's what's up. You feel me? But to me, I'm not looking at this like, oh no, you feel me? The Rockets finally got together. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at it like this was a desperate team that didn't want their season to end, especially not getting swept. Just because KD not on the court, that's not going to mean we getting swept. We're not going to get swept. I'm still looking at this like the Lakers up 3-1 and they're going home. Role players play better at home. Luke Kennard was on fire when he was in LA. He calmed down just a tad bit when he went on the road, but I expect him to kick right back up in the gear. LeBron is 41, so I didn't expect LeBron to have fire games the whole entire postseason. This is why we need Austin Reeves and Luka back. But look, this is what they needed. They needed the series to be over quickly so we can get some rest for these players, and they are on the road for that, bro. They are definitely on the road for that. But I want to talk about the Rockets, bro, because what you get 19 from Sengun. Let me run these numbers down. You got 20 points from Tark Easton, but Sengun gave you 19 points. Amen gave you 23 points. Reed Shepard gave you 17 points. You feel what I'm saying? The bench ain't really give you nothing. You feel me? But this is what I want to talk about. Alfred Sengun with the 19 points. This is bad. This is bad for the Rockets. The reason why this is bad for the Rockets is because without a point guard, they cannot score, bro. They just cannot score. Playing defense very, very well for 4 quarters can definitely win you some games in the regular season. Young legs can definitely win you some games in the regular season. You feel what I'm saying? Playing scrappy, playing hard, that can definitely win you some games in the regular season for sure. But when we get into the postseason, that pressure get on. This is what I was saying from the beginning. This is how I entered the episode, bro. That pressure is real, bro. When you get to that half-court setting, you're going to have to score. And your main player, your number one guy, your franchise guy, this is when you need him. This is why you pay him the big bucks. You feel me? This is why they are the star. This is why they're the elite player. And your guy, Alfred Sengun, is having trouble scoring in the postseason when all eyes is on him and it's focused on him and he got to lead the team. He is not leading the team. He is not Jokic. You feel what I'm saying? He is having a hard time scoring. This is the second time that this problem has arrived for this team. And just because you added KD was never going to fix your playmaking problems because KD never been no playmaker. I've been hearing a whole lot of takes on KD about how, he should have beat the double team, this, that, and the third. KD never been Brian. KD never been able to really make a skip pass across the court like Luka or anything like that. That's never been him. KD has always been the guy to go out there and score, shoot over the defense and score, make tough shots and score. When he has a point guard, that's when he's the most dangerous. KD has never been successful when he does not have a good point guard. What happened when he was on the Brooklyn Nets? His point guard got hurt. His playmakers got hurt. Kyrie and James Harden hurt. So what happened? He lost. He went over there to Phoenix. They didn't have no playmaker. They had Devin Booker, who was the shooter. He was just like Kevin Durant. He was a scorer just like Kevin Durant. They tried to make him a playmaker. He can play make. He's a great player. He can play make, but that's not him. That's not where he's the most effective at. So guess what? They kept losing. Same thing on this team. They didn't have a playmaker. They had Fred VanVleet. This is why when he got hurt, everybody was concerned with the whole Rockets and the whole situation because they're like, I don't know how far we can go without, first of all, your point guard. They wasn't missing the scoring. It wasn't really the scoring that was the problem. It was the playmaking. It was getting the plays to score. You feel what I'm saying? Putting these guys in the right position to score. They was able to scheme a little bit in the regular season, but this is a glaring problem in the playoffs. And now, what I feel like in this team, we're going to have to question the coach with Ime. We're going to have to question that Sengun and what y'all really going to do in the future. Y'all going to really keep the team like this? Or we want to make some changes because I feel like we need to make some changes. Another thing too, I don't know how much KD is going to fit into the squad. You already heard the comments that he made on a burner account and this, that, and the third about his team, and he over there fake laughing with the team and this, that, and the third. That I don't know if that's going to really. How long can that last? That's what I'm gonna ask y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel how long that's going to last, because everything we know about Ime, he don't seem like no buddy guy. Fake it out. You feel what I'm saying? Pretend be cordial and everything. He seemed like a straight to the point, a very blunt and honest guy. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't think that type of energy will be appreciated in that type of locker room. So this is a lot that's going on in this series. I feel like this series has definitely exposed a lot. No Luka, no AR, and y'all going there getting your ass kicked. You feel me? Y'all getting your ass kicked. Y'all down 3-1, getting your ass kicked, and you can't score. The first time, only one game out of the 4, and we got to play 5. Out of the 4 games, y'all cracked 100 points. This is bad. I'm not gonna lie. This is bad. We in a modern NBA. We in 2026. You gotta score at least 100 points. You gotta put at least 100 buckets up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So that's a bad joint, bro. That's a bad joint. As far as the Lakers go, I got Austin Reeves for coming back in this series. Maybe probably coming back the next game because they really need him, and he's been questionable for the last 2 games, which I thought he was able to go. Meaning, like, you know, he's probably able to go, and we just not gonna play him. So that's that. Oh, and another thing too about the last series, Timberwolves and the Nuggets series. AE is hurt and DiVincenzo is hurt. They're gonna be out for the rest. DiVincenzo out for the rest of the season. He tore his ACL, so he out for the rest of the season, probably most of the next season. AE got a bone bruise. Bone bruise really take about a month to 2 months to heal from. So his playoffs might be done. If it was me, I would shut it down. I would shut him down because he's young and we can have another shot. We can run this back next year. Team is cool. We got off to a little rough start this year. You feel me? It was a little slumps in the regular season, but we cool. AE is the future. We talk about a player and his knees. We talking about AE and his knees. You know how AE play? We need those knees. Take it from a Philadelphia Sixers fan who watched Embiid struggle with knee problems and all other types of injuries. Sit that man down. This ain't worth that. You feel what I'm saying? You already know that you can at least get to the conference finals. You already know that you whooping ass and you won the game without AE. So I feel like we can go ahead and shut that down. You feel what I'm saying? We can go ahead and shut that down and get and just make it for next year. Because at this point, without DiVincenzo, which is big blow to your offense, it's going to be shaky going through the rest of the playoffs. Let's say we get through this round right here with the Denver Nuggets, because we already been cooking y'all. We get through this round with the Denver Nuggets. We get to the next round, we play San Antonio. And are we really going to be able to beat San Antonio? San Antonio look on fire. We're going to talk about them in a couple minutes. But San Antonio look on fire. So, I mean, I don't know if we beat San Antonio with a hurt Anthony Edwards. He was already looking gimpy with a jumper's knee. Shut it down. That's what I feel. Shut it down. Just save your franchise. Shut it down. You know what I mean? Let's move on to the next game where I was just talking about Wemby. So let's talk about Wemby. Spurs beat the Trailblazers 114-193. That put San Antonio up 3-1 in the series. And this was not just a win. This was a domination win. Wemby comes out of concussion protocols, drops 27, and gets 7 blocks. Are you kidding me, bro? 7 blocks, 4 steals, defensive player of the year. 7 blocks. 7 blocks, bro. 7 blocks. That's crazy. 7 blocks is crazy, bro. Bro, come on, bro. Come on. Let's stop playing, bro. It's Wemby, bro. Wemby's here, bro. And we was just talking about Jokic, right? We was just talking about Jokic and how Jokic had problems scoring on players that's the same height as him or taller than him. And we was just talking about how he doesn't play good defense. And then we got somebody on the other side, bro, that's playing defense and offense, give you 27 and 7 blocks and 4 steals. What are we talking about here? You feel me? We talking about a bona fide star, bro. And this is what I want. Has Jokic really took advantage of the fact that we had no real centers in the league? You feel me? His only real competition was Embiid, and you could probably put Giannis in there because people say Giannis play but Giannis ain't no center. Giannis is a forward. You feel me? Giannis is a forward. So he ain't really had no center competition. Now we looking at somebody like Wemby. And you looking at Jokic, you like, I don't know if he could beat Wemby. He has problems with Wemby. You know what I'm saying? He got problems with Gobert right now. Wemby play better defense than Gobert right now. He's just younger. He ain't been playing Jokic for years. Gobert been playing Jokic for years. At this point, you feel what I'm saying? I can play defense against you. I know your moves. I know your tendencies. I know all that. You feel what I'm saying? What's going to happen when Wemby go up against him a third time? a fourth time. You feel what I'm saying? It's about to start looking bad out here, bro. It's definitely about to start looking bad. I ain't going crazy. This is the Trailblazers. I ain't going crazy. I ain't saying, I ain't going crazy. I'm just letting y'all know Wemby here, bro. The Wemby era is really here, bro. And I don't know if Jokic can survive the Wemby era. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if he can survive the Wemby era. And I think we really going to have to start talking about, is Jokic really one of them? Because I was like, it's hard to win 5, 6 championships, even 4 championships in today's league. You feel what I'm saying? It's definitely hard to win 4 championships in today's league. So I'm like, with the accolades, I don't know if he's going to be up there with Shaq. But I was like, all right, maybe he can play enough and maybe get one more ring and have some good postseason appearances and get up there with Shaq. You feel what I'm saying? This right here, and then the last series that we seen him against, it's like, all right, yeah, people are hurt, but at the same time, can you not win this again? Can you not overcome some of this adversity? Because Brown was overcoming adversity. At one point, Brown ain't had nobody there. He was playing with Matthew Dellavedova. He still almost won that joint. Almost got the Finals MVP for how good this man was playing. And he lost. Only time that ever was even considered was Jerry West type shit. You feel me? That ain't Jokic right now. So it's looking bad out here, bro. It's definitely looking bad out here. All right, now we got to talk about the Cavs and how they dropped another game and how Harden and Mitchell and their playoff history is starting to show itself and how it's starting to repeat itself. And now we really got to ask ourselves about these. Like I said, bro, it's some legacies in question. Excuse me. It's some legacies in question right now. I'm not going to lie. So they was looking unstoppable, but now they just dropped to Toronto, and now it's a tie series. Not only that, but it was a stinker of a game. You feel me? It was definitely a stinker of a game. And it was just ugly, bro. 6 for 24. Mitchell with 20 points, but 6 for 24. James Harden with 19 points, 8 assists, 7 turnovers. You feel me? This is what you start to see, bro, when the pressure on and you got the lead, and now you down. Now it's tied series 2-2. And now we like, damn, is James Harden about to fold again? Is Mitchell about to fold again? And if this don't work, what's going to happen with James Harden? Are we going to re-sign James Harden? Are we going to move off of James Harden? This is like, for me, it's like, all right, I know this is like the last hurrah for James Harden. It's like, damn, bro, is you about to give up the series to Toronto in your last hurrah in the playoffs? Because let's keep it a beam, bro. He could probably find his way to the playoffs, but he gonna be looking for that contract. He's been looking for this contract since he's been on the Sixers. He's been looking for this contract, this retirement contract, this one contract that's going to take him off into the sunset, and that's what he's really playing for. And if you fold again into these playoffs, it's like, what are we paying for? What do we want James Harden for? If he's just going to get us to the regular season and then fold on us like this, it's looking bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking really bad, bro. It's looking really bad. And then Mitchell, on the other hand, he got 2 series with the Utah Jazz where he put up 50 balls and 40 balls. But when it comes to that game 7, my man full shrunk, nowhere to be found, missing shots, this, that, and the third. It's starting to become a reoccurring thing, bro. And it's like, damn, bro, is this the Cavs? The Cavs been like this for a while. Are we gonna actually finally blow up the Cavs, bro? Because it's like, damn, we can't get it done with this squad right here, which is probably the best squad you're going to get in the next couple. Like, this is the best iteration of the squad that they had in the last 5 years. That they've been trying this situation with the 2 bigs, and Donovan Mitchell and Garland. You feel what I'm saying? They had something going on. Then they added Mitchell to the mix. They had something going on. If they fold now, we might have to blow it up. We might have to trade some folks out. You feel what I'm saying? You already traded Garland. It might be a restart situation. It might be a rebuild situation. But it's looking scary out there. It's not time to press the panic button yet, because all they did was defend home court. You feel what I'm saying? They went out there and they defended their home court. Toronto did. And they still are having problems shooting. They still are having problems scoring. As you can see, this was a low-scoring game. What I said? This was 93 to 89, a very low-scoring game. But how are we going to play in that second round? We go up against New York. If we go up against Boston, you mean like we start making it further into the playoffs? Are they going to be able to score against these defenses that we see in the Eastern Conference? Because we got some bar burning going on right here in the Eastern Conference. One thing about the Eastern Conference right now is this defense. You feel what I'm saying? People are playing great defense going back and forth. So I'm worried about the Cavs. I'm definitely worried about the Cavs now, and I'm worried about the Cavs' future. You feel what I'm saying? I definitely was a believer in the Cavs. I've been a believer in the Cavs for the last couple of years. They made me look stupid every time. You feel me? And They about to make me look stupid again. I'm not gonna hold you. It's nasty work. Not gonna lie. It's definitely nasty work. It's definitely nasty work. Some quick hits before we wrap it up. Boston beat Philly 128-96. It's a rough one for my boys out there. And B went out there looking rough. He had some type of crazy contraption thing, like a waist trainer he had on his abs. So you know he trying. He trying. He trying. You feel what I'm saying? He trying to come out there. He trying to play. You feel me? I heard people blaming him for, oh, why we putting Embiid in there? That might be a coaching thing. And a theme in this postseason for the Sixers, and the theme for this whole season for the Sixers has been Nick Nurse and his coaching. Nick Nurse not giving some of these bench guys like Warford, Justin Edwards, and some of these guys time in the regular season. So when you throw them into the playoffs, or if you can throw them into the playoff setting, they're not rusty. They have some shots. You feel what I'm saying? They got some type of rhythm, but not giving some of these guys rhythm, not giving these guys burn. When you know that Paul George and Embiid have injury problems, they in and out of the lineup all the time, you should be able, or what a good coach does is put in a system, an offense that works regardless if the star is in or not. When you have a star like that, when Ja Morant was going in and out, they fired that coach and they fired Taylor Jenkins, and they got a coach in there that was able to put in an offense that was able to work whether or not Ja Morant was there or was not there. Now, I made Ja Morant upset, and that's why they got problems that they got right now. But at the same time, Memphis was cool without Ja Morant playing, and they got a little future, and now they're ready to trade Ja Morant, and they're cool without Ja Morant. This is something that could have happened in Philadelphia, you feel what I'm saying? And it hasn't, because Coach Nurse hasn't put in a system like that. He still is very heavily dependent on his star players. And we got we got Maxey and VJ in there, and they are definitely the future, and they're definitely the guys. When we got Embiid in there, now you're trying to cater to Embiid because he is the star. He is the main guy. He's the one who paid the big bucks. And we're trying to force shots on him, and we try to get him into rhythm, and we try to force it. And it's the playoffs. This is not a regular game. It's not time to do all that. You feel what I'm saying? We was fine without the big fella in there. We could have used the big fella for some rebounds or whatever, but we want to force all the shots on him and everything like that. And then we want to blame him for when it don't go right. You feel me? My man ain't been playing for like 2 weeks. You feel me? I'm about to go hoop in a couple minutes after I get off here. That's why I'm a little early. I know I'm about to be rusty out there. You feel what I'm saying? We seen Paul George when he came off his injury. He was looking bad out here. He was looking bad. Paul George with the 8, that's the sorriest Paul George we ever seen. I'm not going to lie. Paul George 8, that's that jersey that y'all going to forget. We all going to forget this jersey, bro. When you see this jersey, you're going to be like, damn, I forgot he played for the Sixers. I'm telling you, this is that type of saga in his career right now. This is not a good job for him. So to not put in an offense that can work without Paul George and then beat in there, that's more dependent on VJ and Maxey. Damn what Embiid say, damn what Paul George say when they get in there. You see Paul George, he get with the program. So it's definitely some coaching in question. And I don't know, this might be the last year for Nick Nurse. This definitely might be the last year for Nick Nurse. I don't think we should fire him because who the hell you going to get? That's how I feel. When it comes to firing coaches, I'm like, who the hell you going to get? He ain't been terrible. Like, Nurse hasn't been terrible. He's definitely better than Brett Brown and Doc Rivers. You feel what I'm saying? That's the last 2 coaches we had. You go fire him, who you going to go grab? You feel me? What's his name? Just got signed, I think. What's his name? Nuggets old coach. He just got signed by Carolina, so he not up. You mean who we gonna grab? Mark Jackson? You mean I will love to grab Mark Jackson. Being here. The Knicks beat the Hawks. Shout out to the Knicks. Knicks finally looking normal again. Finally looking like themselves again. Tying the series again. Going back to Madison Square Garden. They got the momentum back. The momentum in their favor. Cat was looking good out there. He letting everybody know he looked good out there. You feel me? So they might be back on the right track. I knew this was going to be a tough one for them. I definitely knew this was going to be a tough one for them. I felt like it was going to go 6. They better not drop one in the Garden. This is what you call a must-win game. They play tonight or they play tomorrow, I think. They play tonight or they play tomorrow. We're about to see. Hold on. Because this is a must-win game. Whenever this is a must-win game. I think they play tomorrow. So they play tomorrow. But this is a must-win game for these guys. They got to win this, John. I'm not going to lie. They lose this, John. It's shaky. I ain't gonna hold you. It's shaky. It's going the other way back to Atlanta. You know Atlanta go crazy. So it's gonna be shaky. No Trae Young, ain't this crazy? Still having problems with Atlanta. No Trae Young. Now it's CJ. You feel me? I don't know, bro. I don't know. We gonna have to call it. They lose this joint. They lose the first round. How y'all feel? Let me know in the comments how y'all feel. The Knicks lose this first round. Is it just like bad luck? Or y'all want to look at the coaching, like it's not the coaching. This is first year coaching the Knicks. Because it's Coach Brown first year coaching the Knicks. It's going to be like, should we get rid of the coach? Because you just got rid of a coach. You got another coach. So it's like, damn, is it the coaching? Or is it like the iteration of players y'all got? Do y'all regret getting rid of Julius Randle? I don't know. We might regret getting rid of Julius Randle a little bit, just a little tad. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I feel like they had Julius Randle, and I wasn't a fan of getting rid of Julius Randle. Mind you, I thought they should have ran it back with Julius Randle because he was hurt before they even got a chance to really see what the squad and Julius Randle look like together. And now you're looking at it like, damn, I don't know. Julius Randle might have been cool in this spot right here. You feel me? When we got problems with Cat not being aggressive, Julius Randle never had problems with that. Never. He never had problems with being aggressive. Sometimes people say he was too aggressive. You feel me? And then tonight we got the Timberwolves and Nuggets. They play tonight again. And look, bro, they got win. I'm not gonna lie. The Nuggets got win. The Jokic guy, he got to go out there before, bro, because he 0-4, bro. He is a bad joint, bro. And then we got the OKC and Phoenix playing tonight, and that's a dub. You feel me? The OKC looking crazy out here, bro. You got SGA scoring 49 on Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks looking crazy. He's on my God in the next game. You feel what I'm saying? Well, all right, buddy. We'll see, buddy. He always talks too much. Don't he always talk? He know how to rile your main star up, don't he? He know how to rile your main star up game. Real crazy out here. But that's about it. Those are my takes right there. Then we got Orlando and Detroit. This is such a disappointing series for me because I thought Detroit was just gonna go in there and cook them, and now they're down 2-1, and it just might be too early for the Pistons. I mean, going from the laughing stock of the NBA to trying to go right through to the finals, you feel me, is a big, tall order, you feel me? But we'll see. We'll see what's going on with those guys right there. But that's it for me, bro. That is my take and my commentary on the weekend games, on the playoffs so far. This has been a good playoffs, though. I'm not going to hold you. It's been a good playoffs. Hasn't been going as easy as we expected with some of these teams. But some of this, it's kind of going, you know what I mean? It's kind of going, not the Nuggets. It's going terrible for the Nuggets. Definitely going terrible for the Rockets, too. But without the injuries, we probably would have thought the Lakers was going to beat the Rockets anyway. You feel what I'm saying? And now that AR on his way back and we up 3-1, this is about to be a wrap with that one. You mean? So it's pretty much going how we expected it. Not going to lie. It's pretty much going how we expected it. I feel like a lot of brackets are intact. But the actual games have been interesting. The actual games has definitely been entertaining. I've definitely been enjoying that. But y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about the NBA playoffs so far. Who do y'all got? Is your bracket about to break already? Did you have the Nuggets going further than what they are going right now? Now they're getting cooked. You feel what I'm saying? Did you have the Rockets beating the Lakers after you see the two injuries? And are you shocked that they're also getting cooked? You feel what I'm saying? How do you like the Bronny and Bron minutes that we are getting in the playoffs, bro? I was excited, bro. First, we had the pin down for the three-pointer for Bronny. Then we had a oop. I was screaming at the TV because it looked like Bronny was slowing down. It looked like Bronny didn't know what he was doing. Off that fast break, I was like, Bronny, go, Bronny, go, Bronny, go. And he definitely filled the lane properly and got the oop from his pop, bro. That was amazing. I'm not going to lie. That was amazing. If you don't like that, bro, your whole perspective is whack. Maybe you love me when I fade the black. You mean? That shit was hot. I ain't even gonna lie. The father son oop was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was crazy. I didn't need that. I didn't know I needed that until I seen it. When I seen it, I was like, bro, that's crazy. He just threw an oop to his son, and we up 3-1. Showing his son how we do this, bro. Come on, 41, bro. Legacy. I'm telling you, bro. All right, let me calm down. That's me. That's my time. It's been 30 minutes. I've been yapping for a lot. I'm out. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, give me the hype, all that. You feel what I'm saying? And enjoy the rest of your night. And don't forget, watch basketball. Peace.